Weeks ago, Sonya Massey was murdered in her home by Detective Sean Grayson. And there was obviously a lot that went on, but the video has since been released, and we haven't had an opportunity to talk about it, but it is another occasion where an unarmed, non-criminal black person, more importantly, black woman, is killed, but in her own home, Freddie T.
You know, we need to scream her name loud, Sonya Massey. We need to say it and remember it. But as loud as we scream her name, we also need to echo and shine a light on the coward that took her life. He came in with an agenda. You know, just from the very first comment, I'll shoot you in your fucking face. And then proceeded to do exactly just that. You know, and my question is, who's gonna police the police? You know, I think more officers who come out and speak to it, you know, I commend your bravery, because the history of the police says you don't turn against your brother. But not all cops are bad. More good cops do need to come out and speak about this. You guys are trained for these situations. How do you expect unarmed, untrained civilians to react to you when you should be, you know, directing the interaction and not going out there recklessly and taking people's lives? So to her family, you know, we send our best and our condolences, but we need to try our best to continue to echo the names of the victims that lives have been taken senselessly by, you know, cops with, you know, just reckless tendencies, I guess. I would say that. So, yeah.
When I see cops, and I know a bunch of police. When I see them, I do tell them, I say, I appreciate what y'all do, because that's a hard-ass job.
Yeah.
She called the police. She summoned them because she felt threatened by the prowler. Why now are you screaming and cussing at me, threatening me when I called the police? A woman in a bonnet cooking on the stove is a threat? Like, that is just sad, man. Like, you got to tighten up. And Officer Gray, you know, the report says he was on 6 different forces in 4 years and all. Like, some people want to abuse power. And when I saw the video and see how, like, I never think a police officer yelled to somebody that called the police, I'm gonna shoot you in your fucking face. Like, no, I called you to come help me. Hell with the race is one thing, but the abuse of power. You should get that badge to protect everyone, to protect human beings. Don't get that badge so that you can bully people and punk people. And that's what I look at a lot of cops, and like I said, that's why I preface it by saying there's some great cops out there. I know some, I have family members. My police around my neighborhood, whenever they see my truck, they'll pull me over and we'll sit there talking on the side of the road. They'll pull me into the gas station with the lights on. What up, crowd? And I'll mess, and then we'll sit and talk about the Dolphins. But there's some people that get that badge to abuse power because they were the little bitches in school that got punked. And now they can punk other people because they're gonna give me this goddamn black and white car, these blue lights and this gun and this badge. So now I can punk other people. So that's what I just see people like that. And it's a tough, if I had an answer, I wish I could say it. But that's what I saw with that, man. After I saw that video, there are good cops, but there are some bitches out there too that just wanna have power.
I get emotional talking about Sonya Massey because I know so many of them. I know so many black women who would have the same exact fear she had when she answered the door. The first thing she told a cop that she called to her house was, please don't hurt me. Mm-hmm. And to reassure her, he said, you called us, right? He's like, why would I hurt you? You called us. When we're talking about George Floyd, when we're talking about Alton Sterling, everything's comply. She can't comply in her house if she's calling you for the intruder. And for you to tell her to check the stove, and then to tell her, your first thought when she grabs the pot is, I'm gonna shoot you in your fucking face. That's what you walked in the fucking house to do. Mm-hmm. When a woman says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, that's because she sees the devil. Mm-hmm. And we're always talking about how black people in the community should feel about authorities or the police department or the people who are tasked with taking care, serving, and protecting us, that's why we feel the way we do. And no, it doesn't extend to every cop, but there's no way I can watch that video, you can watch that video and say, I feel protected when these people come to my house. I feel like these people have my best interest at heart when they see me. No, that's how they see you. The new thing is always race baiter, which doesn't mean shit. What that means is you actually don't have a factual, logical argument to why people do racist shit. Mm-hmm. Now, when she is shot, it's not just about the racism or hearing the N-word or discrimination. It is about the devaluing of black women and their lives. When one of the other cops says, I'm gonna administer aid to try to help her, he's like, nah, that's a fucking kill shot. That's it, she's done. She was nothing to him. Mm-hmm. And you make a decision for a man who's discharged for 2 DUIs from the armed forces, a man who was suspended for falsifying reports, a man who resigned from one police department and was picked up by another one in 3 days. Like, he's a fucked up human that has a badge, and everything that that county is doing, everything that they're saying in Illinois, I understand it, I agree with it. He's a trash human. He should be indicted on first-degree murder, all that. That still don't bring a mother of 2 back. What else can she do differently? And I think it's getting to a point where it's like, golly, man, like how much more? And so to her family, to black women, we need to do a better job of protecting them because other people won't and other people are not. And those same people are trying to explain it away. They have a fear of a skin color, but more importantly, they have a hate for it. Mm-hmm. And sad, man.